bolo ti ní girlfriend mo ní mo fẹ́ wo kíní yẹn ó ní you are not allowed grandma ló ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó ní you are not allowed to see or touch it ó ní it's my personal property yẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ní kíni a mọ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe yí bathroom tó bá ń wẹ̀ àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ wọ yàrá ẹ̀ táwọn bá ń wẹ̀ a máa ní personal property nobody is allowed to see it almost 7 years kí ló almost 7 years nípa tó mọ̀ nípa okó àti òbò ọmọdún méjì gbogbo single father tí ò bá máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ single mother regardless ìkà tí ìyá lè ṣe àbí rere tó lè ṣe pé ó bẹ́ẹ̀ tọ́jú ọmọ tó fi okó ẹ̀ pọ̀ spam sí lára ààrẹ ló máa pẹ́sẹ̀ a máa dì ẹ́ mọ́lẹ̀ bí ewúrẹ́ ikú oró lẹ máa kú ọmọdún méje ní ìsìn ọmọdún mẹ́jọ tẹ́ bá fẹ́ fónà tẹ́ bá fẹ́ cross road jẹ́ pé a máa ń fọmọ wa lọ́wọ́ ẹ fọmọdún méje lọ́wọ́ ó máa jọ̀wọ́ ẹgbàá ni I didn't know you can't hold my hand I'm not a baby 7 years lótìtọ́ game ó dára ó dẹ̀ ń bá yé ọmọ jẹ́ la sọ pé nílé ayé kò sí tó ní advantage tí ò ní disadvantage kò sí tó ní advantage tí kò ní disadvantage yìí ká many hours ẹ máa yọ ká many hours mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ parenting yìí ní bá mi wò kó bá mi kọ́ tẹ̀ jọ how many hours ni tẹ bá ti sọ hours mi náà lè kọ́ tẹ̀ tí máa wọ orí laptop but how many hours mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí mo fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn kọ́ ìgbọ̀n kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìtí Ọlọ́run sọ pé ní ọjọ́ kẹyìn gbogbo nǹkan táàrí la máa rí ṣé social media is a destruction to a womankind. Social media is a deceived place. Not ilé ẹ̀tàn. Ìtí Sátánì gbé jáde wá sílé ayé social media ni. Ṣé ní gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yín tẹ́ rí pé wọ́n jókòó sínú ilé 24 hours wà láì wọ́n ní social media àjọ. Ìwọ obìnrin yìí tó wà ní Germany ó ní make them advise you what to do that your 13 years old son refused to do a housework. All what he does is always on the internet playing game. That even where there was a day you used a plate, he used a plate, you asked him to go and wash it, he bashed the door on your face, screamed on you, and went back for the game. He said, I'm not gonna clean it. And the worst thing he did, he went to the police station, that he's fed up of living with you, that he wanted to go back to Nigeria because you brought him to Germany at 3 months. This is what they call parenting. This is the most difficult time to raise a child. If you see any child above 22 years, always praise the mother or the father. The difficult, the most complicated period to raise a child starts from 13 years to 20 years. We call it puberty stage, where they become rude, where they be 18, personally 18 on the mother or the father. Let's say single mother now, where they will be telling you that, you know, I know you hate me. They will be telling their mother, I know you don't like me, just because you are not allowing them, he or she, you are not allowing them to have their freedom. Where they will be even saying that to back to new boyfriend they gone. When you rejected them, it's the time you're supposed to spend with them, you are spending with boyfriends. Where they will be saying so many uncalled for things that is unbearable. They will be making you to feel guilty. This child, with their manipulative skill. They will make you to feel guilty. Even sending them to do the housework, they will make you to feel guilty that you are at fault. When they say, I know you don't like me, they already manipulated you. Immediately you get to your room, you'll be thinking, you might be right, oh, maybe I'm not showing enough love. All these things are learned on social media, learn in school, to boss you around, to manipulate you, to play with your intelligence. Every parent that raised a teenager have been there. Only they want to deceive you. Telling them to hoover, to clean a house, they will not answer you. They will make sure that they embarrass you so that you will not repeat it for them to do the house show. Like, Mom, they will run into their room. But you will not allow it. How do I train my own? Everybody knows I hardly come out of the house or go out. Likewise, all my children, including my adults, when they were, because when I was raising them, I'm not a party type. I dedicated my time for them. They never seen my boyfriend, and they have never seen it up to today. Because I'm always indoor. If you are always indoor, it will prevent your own child to be going out as well. I think in two kinge konja de ninu le ni. Te ya agba baba 27 ba ti bi sede. Ile lo nbo. Ile lo nbo. Girl lady to nko re wole. Because me, the mother, they never seen friends with me. I just dedicated my time as a single parent that I'm not going to keep any boyfriend in front of them or go to any party in front of them. So I'm always indoor after work. And they emulated this from me. Okay, how do we cope the problem? If any woman tells you or anybody tell you that, my child is not, they are lying. We are in the computer time. Don't let them deceive you. Don't let them let you feel guilty that maybe you are not raising your child well. Your child will be threatening you to call a social worker on you. Because they learn all these things in school. They watch it on television. They watch it on social media. And they will lie on their own biological mother to gain a sympathy in front of the police or a social worker. So from 13 years, because a girl child starts menstruating now, not all of them from age 9, age 8. Can you see everything has changed? That does not mean they are sleeping with you. No, they believe in Nigeria. If you see your menstruation earlier, they believe that maybe you have started having an intercourse. No. Everything has changed. Now, in the case of your boy, because I'm saying this in English because you are an Igbo girl, you add your edition in English as well. Don't let, whether you are living with your husband, the child of nowadays, they want to take you for granted. You just be beating them, beating them. The more you are beating them, the more erratic they become. The more you are beating them, the more wider they become. Then you will be thinking, like I saw someone wrote a comment under your video that you need to take him to a pastor. Maybe he's the father, because you said the father resides in Nigeria. He said maybe the father is the one doing voodoo for him to bring the child. See Nigeria mentality. That maybe the father is calling the child with voodoo. See Nigeria mentality. Why do we have to believe in voodoo every time? There's nothing like voodoo. When you believe in voodoo, it will definitely manifest in your life. I don't believe in voodoo. So if anybody casts any voodoo on me, it will go back to them, because I don't believe in it. Because I'm not their victim. You know the problem with your child? They learn it from primary school. They skip classes. You can see that the teacher will be calling you in every time for an interrogation about the behavior of a child. Primary school child, they have started taking hard drugs. I that I'm doing spiritual cleansing, I have several calls regarding parents crying on the phone based on the primary school child. But I want you to take it off your mind by thinking maybe your child is being jazzed, not jazzed. It's what they watch on the television, what they watch on the television, what they do on the computer. Even every one of them are having chat, interaction on the games they play, where they are teaching each other. Okay, let me give you an advantage of a game. Having a game for a child. He has his own advantage. The advantage is it gives them a retentive brain, memory. That's number one. Number two, it debars them from mingling with bad people outside. Because if there is no game, lots of the children gone at the days years ago, they always gather together, smoke junks, smoke drugs, smashing and breaking into properties. You can't see any children do such again. Not that we have few of them still doing it, because every time they use their time stalking, they sit down and playing game. Even if you ask them to do a house show, they are stuck with their game. So that prevents crimes from children. Because at the days when there is no game player, no television or something like that, that is when the children will join the junkie to mingle and become a bad child on the street. But now they stuck with their game. Disadvantage is it makes them to become lazy, idle. Games make a child to become lazy. Every time in the house, you will not find fork, you will not find spoon, you will not find plates in your kitchen. Because when they finish eating, they will throw it under the bed. It makes them become lazy to bath. It makes them become lazy to read. It makes them become lazy even to hear you when you are calling them. You will call them 10 times, they will not hear you. Even if they hear at you, they will not yield to your call. That is the satanic aspect of social media and game. Just like a normal adult, just like not a normal adult that are stuck with Facebook fracas, they don't bath. They don't cook. They don't have time to look after their husband or their children. They are always stuck on the bed, under the duvet, watching one chat to the other. Watching fracas takes time. What happens to the little children also happens to adults that use all their time watching one, because they will be looking for one chat to the other. And some people will forget when to go back, when to go to work, because they are already carried away by fracas on social media. We have lots of people that lost their job through fracas due to their habitual lateness. Like a child now, you are seeking for an advice. What can you do? Because this your son insisted. He said you just brought him to Germany 3 months ago, and because you started correcting him to do his own work, to do the house show, to wash his clothes, to dry. Even the last fight you had was when you told him that he should, after you wash the clothes inside the washing machine, his clothes, if I'm not mistaken, and you asked him to go and spread his clothes, and he ran out. He went berserk He went to the police. Number one, the police will listen to him. Even the social worker will listen to him. Because children have upper right in abroad. Whatever they say, they always respect it. If a child tells her, I don't want to live with my mother or my father again, it's their right. They always respect their right. But this child, you are thinking that we don't want him to go back to Nigeria. Because you told him that he will suffer due to an inflation. It's not advisable for you to take him back to Nigeria. A mother role in a child's life is so important than a father's role. A father can marry anyone at any time and abandon your child. The only advice I will give to you is that you can't be too hard on him. At the same time, not too soft on him. First of all, you have to respect his opinion. We have one mentality in Nigeria. We believe that a mother is always right. A father is always right. I've never looked at the face of my parent. I've never been rude. That is your time. The world was uncivilized then. We don't have computer that time. We do respect scale of our parents then. The children we are having now, they are computer children. You understand? It takes a lot of patience to raise such a child. Beating him will not help. Beating him will make him become a drug addict. Because when you are beating a child, you're flogging a child, definitely he will express his bitterness, which is the mates in school that are smoking. Definitely he will join the group to cool his depression. Beating a child make a child become a dullard. We cannot say because our parents do beat us in school when we were young, because nobody's supposed to be beating us. We are not animals. Our parents were barbaric then. It's not advisable to beat a child. It's not. Beating a child make a child become a rascal, a urchins. Beating a child does, because when you beat a child today for doing a nasty thing, the child will repeat it again with the hope that it's only beating. Once you are beating a child constantly, they will have that immunity. They will love you to be beating them. It doesn't hurt them again. And by the time they are 13, if you try to beat them, they will beat you back. Because you already taught them as a child that it's good to beat a person. Definitely your child will beat you. If you raise a hand to beat them, once they become a teenager, they will beat you back. Because they believe that beating is an option for a revenge. How would they beat you? Not until when they punch you or something. If you try to raise your hand to beat a child, they have that tactics. You that want to beat them, you will land in the hospital. And they'll be laughing at you. Immediately, you raise your hand up. 1 meter, you will land your hand on their bones. Whoa. Where am I swell up? On my bandage, girlfriend. If you try to beat them with a belt, they have the technique to dodge the belt. The belt will beat you. Will beat you back. They learn all these techniques on the internet. How to defend someone that is beating you. The person, you will definitely beat yourself back. Then you will be saying, you wounded me. I've never do this to my parents. They will say, Mom, but I didn't touch you. Did I beat you? No. I'm only preventing myself. I've seen a father that broke his own testicles. Ekman. When he raised a belt to beat a child, his son of 14. The son dodged and the belt landed on his testicles and he was admitted in Blackstone Hospital. And he was telling the mother called me. He's telling the mother, I don't want to see that child in my house again. He's a bastard son. He beats me. And I said, when I spoke to the father, but he didn't beat you. You tried to beat him. And he dodged it. And it landed on your testicles. That is why it's not good to beat a child. Beating a child is not a correction. But there's another way we call it civil punishment for a child. That is why it's good for you to... I went to a parenting school when I was raising my teenagers. Evening class in Leaslip, then Leaslip Library, about parenting. It's very, very complicated to raise a teenager. That is when they will join the drugs, whether they will girl or a boy. That is when they will start to learn how to lie. Lie as in chronic lies. That is when they will learn how to ignore you. Even if you are dying on the bed, you call them, they will not answer. Raising a teenager. If you have raised a teenage boy or a girl, you will say, God, I don't want to have a child again. So what you are going through is a normal thing, my girl. You are not going to hate that boy. You cannot hate him, like you said. You cannot reject him, like you said. That boy needs more love. This is when, because it's a tender age, it's a puberty age. Because they are growing. They are forming their body parts, like sperm, they are producing their productive system. And when they are producing, they become more aggressive at teenage. A child become more aggressive. A girl that started menstruating, a boy that started building up, piling up sperm in a socket, they become irritated in the house. They become smelling. They be smell with their sweat. They become something that will irritate you. But what will you do? You don't need to scream on them. That is when they need your love. I've raised 4 grown children. At least my first born, second born, they are over 40. My last born is over 25. And I have a boy of 27. Everybody have been through this journey. This is when they call a mother. That is when we always pray that a mother that serve a child will eat the food of our labor. That is when they said, oh, raising a child as a single parent, a single mother, that a single mother children, they become a twat. No, my children are making me proud. You can never see a single child of my name on Google doing corruption, drugs and everything. No, I trained them and God helped me to train them with prayers. Then you said you are a very harsh woman, that you are aggressive. We cannot blame that boy because you said you are aggressive. Aggression will make your child become a bad boy. Once you are raising a teenager, you have to blend yourself and become a teenager as well. You know what you will do about the game. Number 1, make sure you always keep your spoon, your knife in your room. Make sure you keep all your cups in your room, because if a visitor comes, these children, when they eat due to the game, you cannot find the spoon in the kitchen, anything, you will not find it. You don't need to be aggressive. Once in a time, call your son, tell him that every Saturday or once in a week, you must have a principle. You must always stand on your feet. He's going to manipulate you aggressively, but don't take it from him. Once you let your child to win your emotion, your child will continue to torment you. It will become, or she will become, your boss in the house. You don't let them boss you, but don't beat them. Beating can only make your child a bad child. Forget about all the barbaric attitude in Africa. You beat it. How can you beat a woman being? It's uncalled for. I told you a story where the children I had in Nigeria, I used to beat my boy. So one day, when I brought him to abroad before age of 10, and he wanted to go out, and he always goes out, which I hate. And I said, you are not going out. You know what he did? He walked into the kitchen, he took the stick I used to beat him. He said, Mom, can I go out and beat me when I come back? What do you say to that? Mom, please let me go out. Okay, beat me before I go, or you beat me when I come back. Because he's used to the stick. Beating the child is not a punishment. It will make your child become a bad child. Like the way I'm beating him, it's no longer hurting him. But there's something that is more hurtful than beating a child. What he likes most, according to the way they taught me in the parenting, how to parent a teenager. What does he like most? He likes his laptop. He likes his phone. He likes a particular program on the television that he can't do without watching it. That is his consequence, his punishment. He will not agree. He will stamp on the floor upstairs, bash your door, still stand on your floor that I'm not giving you your laptop until you do what I ask you to do. Have you seen where a child will call you that, Mom, I'm going to kill myself because I'm not having my way? That is all what they learn on the television. A teenager will be telling you, if I'm not having my way, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to knife myself. Before I used to, when my boy was a teenage, when he said that, I said, please, God of Israel, Pastor, my child said he wanted to kill himself. Don't kill yourself. What do you want? Get money for Burger King. Get money for which toy do you want? It's a lie. He did it once. After some time, he came again. When I asked him to go and mop the toilet, to wash the toilet, he said, I'm fed up of this life. I'm fed up of this. I'm going to kill myself. I cried. I gave him money. And he turned it to an attitude. So one day, I used the adage that says in Nigeria that, child, don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself. After some time, you tell your child, go and kill yourself. Oh my, mark by me. So he tried it another time. And I told him, I said, come here, Lekan. You want to kill yourself? Oh, what's the easiest way? I'm fed up of you. You want to kill yourself? Should I help you? He said, no, I'm going to do it myself. I can help you to make it quicker. You can't help me. Let me commit the sin yourself. Okay. Do you want to jump from the upstairs? Don't tell me what to do. Nah, but you want to kill yourself. Okay, can I drive you to the train station? I have 2 legs to walk to this train station. I'm making it quicker for you now. And he went back to his room shamefully. Since then, he didn't tell me he wanted to kill himself again. That is one of the manipulative skills this teenager always throws on your face. To make you panic. Because they want to boss you. They want you to feel guilty. So whenever we joke or something like that, I will tell you, yeah, come now, Lekan, when are you going to kill yourself? When did I say that? You said it 3 times. I was only joking, ma'am. They want to have their cake and hate it. The children you people are raising now, I can say we are. If parents have to be firm, you stand on your 2 feet. You are the commander in the ship. You don't let them command you. You can only share ideas. And sometimes your opinion doesn't count. You always share an idea with your child. If you don't want your child to go astray, share ideas with your child. How do you share ideas? Come here, John. How do you feel if we put this table, instead of you nagging on him that, can you push that table? Can you organize this table? You share ideas, you will see they will do it. How do you feel? You know it's good to be clean. We wash plates, and after washing these plates, we can go out. They will definitely do it, because before they manipulate you, you manipulate them. They always play upon parents' intelligence, especially the single parent, because they knew that their father is not around. They can boss you around. And majority of the child that always bully their mother are the child that grew up in an abusive relationship. He saw how his father, before he left you, the way he was bullying you, beating you, he will take control. He will do the same thing to you, because he will believe it's a right for a man or a boy to bully a woman. That is why they say single parent child, majority of them are in the prisons, because they are always out of control. So when I went for that parenting course, I love courses. That is where they told me that instead of nagging, you can't be nagging. African parents, we love to nag. We believe we are a driver that can drive a car. We don't share ideas. We believe I'm your mother. I have the control. I'm the one. I listen to. And let me tell you, all this what our children are doing. We did it as a child as well. Not put sentiment, though we are not in the computer period then. We were also rude as a child, as a teenager. Every teenager rudes. We did it to our parents as well. When they would be calling us about 5 times, we will pretend as if we don't hear them calling us. And they will be twisting our ear. We were also rude when our parents. So yeah, when our parents, our mother, we ask her to do something, we will be giddy, we will be doing like this. So you have to bear the consequence. Tell me. But we were not as exposed as these children of nowadays. But we were rude as well as a child, as a teenager. We don't listen as a teenager as well. So if your mother can condone your attitude as a mother when you were a teenager, you should be able to condone your child as well. Because it will not be nice for you to take the child back home. The child that doesn't listen to you, the child that is already giddy, the child that is already stubborn, what do you think he will do when he gets to Nigeria? And drugs are cheap on the street of Nigeria. It's not helpful. You have to sit him back. Just say now, you fed up of him, like you said, I'm fed up of him. He insisted. Help me. Do you have to come on social media for you people to help you? Some people will laugh at you. You know our Nigeria community. Don't be stupid, girl. Instead of you seeking and help, why do we have a advice bureau? We have advice bureau in abroad where you can walk in for free, where you tender whatever you want to say and they will advise you on. You just like you expose that son. What kind of highs do you want people, especially our African mentality, when they see that child now, they can start calling him a bastard, that he doesn't listen. You don't know, it's like you sold your child out. that chat you did is very bad, and that chat has gone viral. Advise me, my child, why will you do that for a 13 years old boy? It's enough for the social worker to take a child away from you. You are not a good mother. Just in the name that you want to cruise? Is it just the name that you want to be popular? Just the name that you want to get monetization on social media? You have to bring a 13 years underage case on social media, telling people they should advise you how to parent him. You are a very stupid mother. And you live in an advanced world. You live in Germany. Don't you have a citizen advice bureau where they will advise you on anything that is you are going through? And what they will do for that child, they will call him for a counseling. You have already subjected that boy to a ridicule within the Nigerian community. They used to beat you, used to push you. Do you have to say that for a 13 years old boy? Even apart from Nigeria community, if one of his schoolmates came across that particular chat of yours about your son, don't you know that you have subjected him to for a bully? They'll be bullying him in this school. I don't know what is wrong with this social media thing. You don't bring your child case on social media. Whatever your child is doing for you, whether good or bad, remember, we were once a child. We did the same to our parent. You have to bear. You decided you wanted to have a child, you should bear the consequence. You should go for a parenting course. See the way everybody were sharing. They are sharing that video around. Someone are saying it's the witches, the voodoo, the black magic that is affecting. You look at the mouth they are using now. What kind of parents are you? I think the best thing, if you are really fed up of that boy, as you claimed that you are aggressive as a, instead of him taking him back to Nigeria, take him to a social worker. Number one, if you take him to a social worker, still an underage boy, they cannot take him to Nigeria without your consent. That's the only solution. If he cannot bear with that child, if he cannot cope with that child again, handle him over to a social worker. Not all social workers are bad. Even some social workers, the way they take care of a child, your mother, you can never tell. It's only the way they are portraying it in Nigeria. Social worker. Why did Nigeria study social work in abroad then? Not all social workers are bad. Especially if you are so lucky for you to get a parent for your son. If they don't put him together in a hostel, maybe your son stay with a couple. I mean, they will enjoy. They take them for horse rides. They take them, like I'm saying. You say you have another child, junior to that boy. If you know that boy is out of hand, you're scared of him, hand him over to a social worker. But if you take him to Nigeria, you spoil his future. Ikini, guess what in Yoruba? Kuniwe, Usha Wali, Kuniwe Bilu. Because as he got to my father's gaming in Malay. Ubeka Kukawe Kuba, German passport. Mama, go inside and relax. Block. You get it? Don't say social worker is not a good idea. Are social worker, are they bitches? Are they? What's wrong with the social worker? Which one is preferable? Taking the child back to Nigeria. Baba Gugbayi, not a couture to one Nigeria, could have from Babe. You see what's happened with Kora. Some people are messing and bullying Kora Obidi for the recent predicament she had. People have forgotten the background we came from. People are saying now, she's a Maisa, she's a Kinikan, she doesn't spend money on herself, but she bought a house in Nigeria and she bought a house in America. What of if you want to spend money on herself? But you know, Though she goes to Nigeria often, and we all know the background, the village we came from. Have you ever thought of the spiritual aspect of it? Kora Obidi, I don't like how some sectors on social media, on Facebook, the Yoruba sectors, they are bullying that child, which I believe they are jealous of that girl's progress. Now, I believe a child that is not within a fracas, a child that doesn't even go around and comment around, the girl that does his own dance, you Yoruba sector, you be saying, go and work, go and work, go and work. At least Kora Obidi should be getting not less than $8,000 every month. What kind of work does she want to do again? You, this particular evil sector on social media, you blog Kora Obidi, a girl that is young enough to be your child, the girl in her 20s, telling her to go and work. You say, why? Some people say, why does she buy that G-Wagon? And she can't take care of the wagon. It's all pure. I can understand now. That is why I reduce my interaction now. I can see that some people are pure evil, jealous, envious, evil. What of you, Kora, is your child? A girl that is under 30, going on with the divorce she's having, which she's depressed. And she said she had an accident with a car. You people started blogging her. She's begging, but she's begging her fans. Why will you adults over 40, the sole sector of cows on this social media, be bullying that girl every blessed day? And what that little girl has achieved, none of you has achieved it due to your enviness. Why are you bullying her? She's doing her own stuff. Dancing on social media is a profession, is a work. Even talking, speaking on social media, I get less than $6,000 every month. It's a work. If I decide today I don't want to sell other products now, I have money coming and I have people I influence, I promote their products. I get money from them every month. And every money goes into my bank account, which I pay tax on it. I made my money on social media. I'm a blogger. I get money on my blog web. I get money on YouTube. I get money on Facebook. So you want to tell me to go and work if I'm be getting every month over $6,000? Why are you so jealous of that girl? So it means that the person environmental, I believe that talking about Esabod, abusing Esabod, bullying Esabod, harassing Esabod, I can see that it's a pure enviness, devilish jealousy. Because if you can cross over to the girl that doesn't even know you, a young girl, a talented young girl, she's a dancer, dancing her own stuff, you will be abusing her. So they say you are saying, can't you see, upon all the money that girl is receiving on social media, can you see she wear, the clothes she wears is very poor? What is your business about her? I can see now that you people, no wonder you are not progressing. You are stuck in a place. You cannot move forward. So I can see now, I thought because I'm a senior speaker, a veteran blogger, I thought you hate me. I can see that you are just pure evil and jealous. I mean the cow sector that you are bullying Kora Obidi every time. This Kora Obidi, she's from Nigeria. She's not part of Yoruba. She's part of the Eastern Pacific. What concerns you on how she lives her life? She's in her 20s, going through a divorce. The husband is bullying her every day. You Nigerian sector are bullying her. What concern you if she wear $1 clothes? What does that girl got to do with your life? And you adult, you have nothing to show. You will die. I'm collecting my Mercedes Jeep in a week time. I work for it. I deserve a better day. You will die. Because at the end of the day, my progress will continue to kill people. I'm going to my house in Turkey this week as well. I'll be inside my swimming pool, swimming and enjoy myself. Oh, what is so pathetic? What has that girl done? Before, this girl has been on social media for long. There was a time you bully her as well. You said, that girl is very greedy. Imagine her using 4 phones, one on Instagram, one on YouTube. What does she want to do with a girl under 30? And you call yourself a mother and a father. So whosoever that you crop, whosoever that you bully, they just ignore you. You are a sadist. You are a sadist. Which got nothing to show. All what you have to show is to say, I bought a house in Nigeria. Show us the document. I do show you my property document. Show us the document. Let's prove it to us. We don't want a lamination where you clone your name on top of a paper. Leave that Quora Obid. You can say, I don't go to a platform because she's the same age as my life child. And that girl, you're old enough to be a mother. Stop bullying her. Why are you cropping? Why are you bullying her? Is she not fracka like we? You said there's somebody, she's a bully. Is that girl a bully? Does she bully you? You will go on a platform to tell her that she's a miser, she's selfish to herself. Let her selfish to herself. Can't you see the house she bought in America? To the extent I read it today where you said the G-Wagon she bought it, you sure she bought it at accident place and repair it? You people are devilish. You know shele makusi. Abject poverty, tomo. Look at somebody who been bullied for past 10 years. God is elevating me because I'm a very hard-working person. Hard work. You people are lazy. Lazy Egypt. Omo ye kere kile mbuli efun. Kile mbuli efun. O ti waye mi bayi. Yeah, she bought a house for $1 million now. And she got the money on social media. Why can't you do what she's doing on social media and make your life better? You lori buruku lushi. Set up people. Me le bayi she laye. Aye yin ti bàjẹ́. Ba she money. That is 2016. Today social media. Oju kona in leshiwa. Building your house in a shemol here ni. Building your castle. You know, I tell you let him build the castle. One man go when back on the castle. I be on the year. I became a man. Aye yin ti pofo. Ono lo ti jẹ́ pé ẹ wálé ọlá ẹ rí bẹ́ẹ̀ jókòó sí ẹ wálé ọlá ilé ẹmọyàn ẹ yọlá ìlú òyìnbó gan ẹ ní mọ́tò ẹ nílé ládàradà òṣèlè ń ṣe kiri ládàradà rédèrèdè lẹ ń ṣe kiri mo ti ẹ dúpẹ́ ẹ lè rí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ tèmi kó máa ṣe update fún yín because àwọn tí ẹjọ́ ní personal vendetta nígbà mo ti taari wọn síwájú ẹ rí pé mo ní peace ń bí ọwọ́ burúkú tẹ́ fi ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi tẹ́ fi ń bọjà àwọn èèyàn kiri tẹ́ fi ń tẹ kíní yẹn ọwọ́ yẹn máa fi gbókò ọmọ tó bá yẹ máa fi sórí burúkú ìbànújẹ́ àwọn tó ṣe lọ́jọ́ kìíní àná nú ìbànújẹ́ wọ́n stọ́ọ̀kì sí wọ́n ní kẹjẹ kó gun omi kẹjọ gun mi ibù gan ìyà tó jẹ pé gbé kó sílé yìí ẹ̀yin màálù lẹ kó yà jẹ torí pé mọ̀ pé ọmọ yẹn ní mental problem torí èmi mọ̀ pé bí sí ònà ma ní gbogbo ò ṣe kí n dá ló mọ̀ ẹ̀yin lè má ti pé kó lọ máa jà fún yín ẹ farapamọ́ jọ ọmọ yẹn níyà ẹ wò bó ṣe bá gbogbo ara ọmọ yẹn jẹ́ èyàn wá sápamọ́ sí kọ̀rọ̀ kí nìkan tẹ́ gbélé ayé ṣe ẹ wà lọ́wọ́ ọ̀wá ẹ wà lọ́yà ẹ̀wà ẹlẹ́mọ̀yàn Nàìjíríà kò sórí ire tó ṣò nínú ayé yín èyí ṣọ́ọ̀bù ẹ rọ́ọ̀nù ẹ̀tì lọ́dọ̀ tẹ́ ń gbé ẹ̀ ní mọ́tò ẹ̀ ní nǹkan kan kí ni tí ẹ̀yìn kan gbẹ̀bí ẹ̀mí òkùnkùn olórí burúkú lórí Facebook bonire yọ ìrì ò lè kàn yín tọmọtọmọ ẹ mọ̀ ṣá èpè kọ́ ẹ̀yìn tẹ́ ń tó nǹkan èmi tẹ́ mi gun mọ́tò over 80 million ẹ láyé tèmi ti bàjẹ́ yín dẹ́ ń fẹsẹ̀ rìn. We don't want to share it. Ṣé ra mọ́tò ẹ fi tapolin bò ní mọ́wájú ilé ni. Ebi ò rí kẹ́ gbé mọ́tò jáde. Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú lòṣì. Ẹni tó pé ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire gbogbo ọwọ́ àti ẹ̀gẹ̀ tó bá ń kọ̀kọ́ kó kọ kiri. Ẹ ní fọwọ́ yẹn ní àkójọ láyé. Ìbànújẹ́ lẹ máa fọ́. Torí kò wọ́n ti ní kẹ́gẹ́ kí peace wà. Ẹ̀yin gangan ní instigator tó wà lórí social media. Àwọn ò ní problem lọ́dọ̀ wa ń bí. Ẹ̀yin lẹ máa torment àwọn èèyàn kiri ẹ máa bully àwọn èèyàn kiri o lè bully èèyàn kó sóríire ẹ máa bully èèyàn ẹ máa sọ pé we are no cyber bully team ṣe no cyber bully báwo ìyà tí Bísí jẹ lẹ́nìí tí ọpọlọ ẹ̀ bá pé tó bá wéke 5 senses ẹ̀ wàláì kò yẹ kó bá kankan nínú yín ṣe mọ́ ó yẹ kó dá dúró ni bí social media bá ṣe wá mọ́ gan for our safety for our life kó fi social media kí ló gé lórí social media ló ti lùsọ ọmọ ló ti lùsọ ọkọ náà ibẹ̀ náà wọ́n ti nà tó bá pa ńkọ́ ṣé rí káwọn writers mi máa kọ̀kọ́ kúkọ ẹni kí wọ́n máa ṣiṣẹ́ kú ṣe ẹ̀ ń forí burúkú ṣayọ̀ ẹ̀ ń fòṣì ṣayọ̀ ẹ̀yin aláìníṣẹ́ ẹ̀yin depressed ẹ̀yin tẹ̀ ti ní psychiatric ọpọlọ yín ti dàrú. And majority of people that are jealous of Esabod, we are at the same range as 60s because ebi mu ni kẹ́ má ṣoríire ni. Ebi ni kẹ́ fòṣì kẹ́ fi ṣayọ̀ lọ láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ ni. Ìgbà tó ní kálẹ̀ ó san wájú òwúrọ̀ lọ. Alẹ́ ló ń san èmi lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ náà. Bí iṣẹ́ yín bá dá láàárọ̀ ọdún yẹ kálẹ̀ ó san yín. Ní máa pè káàkiri kẹ́ máa pa káàkiri àti ẹ fura gbogbo wọn bàbá táyé ti bàjẹ́ sí UK. Ní South East bàbá táyé ti bàjẹ́ tó ló ń ṣa pépà kiri ni. Ẹyọ gbogbo ẹyọ ọkùnrin tẹ́ máa ń pè láti máa instigate 5 etí pò fún ọmọ etí pò fún nǹkan rere torí ọkùnrin máa ń tún léṣe níjọ́ wo ní PC ló máa dórí social media yìí náà ebi ò bá yín ṣe fracas mọ́nà èyí táyé yín ti bàjẹ́ nígbà bá sọ pé kí n rántí ọjọ́ alẹ́ kí ló tún kù lọ́jọ́ alẹ́ ní going 70 abẹ́ ìmọ̀ tí mo ní mò ń gbé bọ̀ ní red Mercedes 2024 Jeep èyí táyé yìí ti pòfo ẹ̀yin lẹ máa fẹ́ kó gun omi tó páyé yìí ti bàjẹ́ níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ ṣòkòtò jíǹsì báyìí gbogbo ẹ̀ ó ti ọ́sítà jákẹ́ẹ̀tì ọmọ yín tẹ̀ wọ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ ti dọ̀tí gbogbo jíǹsì yìí ti ya níbi ìsàlẹ̀ ká mọ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ fíìtà o kó tó bá wọṣọ tó ṣá lórí fíìtà bí tuntun ni kò mọ̀ ní dá fáwọn òyìnbó tó ṣe fíìtà tó ṣe social media yìí o nígbà tí wọ́n sì ti kó fítà lẹ̀ bí kẹ́ mọ̀ lo fítà tó kọ́kọ́ yáyì sí lára kọ́kọ́ orúkọ arabic sí lára ìmí wọ́n ṣe lọ́ọ̀fù sí lójú àṣírí yín tú gbogbo ẹjọ́ get it 2012 go and get a life go and better your own life for the sake of your children gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ máa ń sọ yín gangan ń sọ yín pé gbogbo tí mò ń ṣe ọmọ ni ó jìyà rẹ̀ kí lọmọ ó jẹ́ níbi tí yín o ìjọ lọmọ ó jẹ́ Ọlọ́run nìkan tí n bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ ẹbí ni ó yẹ kí ọlá mi ti lọlẹ̀ ní ó ń pọ̀ sí lójoojúmọ́ nìyà connection dẹ̀ ń pọ̀ sí tí mo ibi kọ́ mò ń wá wọn lọ ń wá mi ni tálẹ̀ yín ẹ̀yin olóòórùn onídọ̀tí ẹ wà nílùú òyìnbó ẹ gbàdọ̀ bíríìdì ìlú òyìnbó náà ẹ ṣoríire ẹ bá wọn rádé ẹyọkọ sí ìlú òyìnbó náà ẹ rà sí Nàìjíríà ẹ rálẹ̀ ẹ dẹ̀ jáwọ́ nínú iṣẹ́ ẹbí tí kódà yẹn ló yẹ kí n give up on you tí kódà yẹn gangan yìí pé ọmọ yìí ò gbọ́ kò bá yín sọ Yorùbá kò sọ pé orí ẹ ò dá kò di kinní kan ẹ dẹ̀ ń búlẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn on daily basis ẹni kò wọṣọ tó wọ́n kò wọṣọ kí ó tó ṣe kinní kan ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wọṣọ tó wọ́n ẹ jẹ́ káàdì tẹ́ ẹ wọ àní ká dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ fíìtà tẹ́lọ̀ jẹmi láṣọ ọdún dé àwọn rádaràda oníkálùkù ni ó bẹ̀rù ẹ̀ níbodè oníkálùkù mo fọwọ́ lẹ́rán ni oníkálùkù ò bẹ̀rù ẹ̀ níbodè wọ́n ní ìmọ̀ kì í ṣogún ọdún mo sì wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọlọ́dẹ ẹran yín kò lè bọ́ lọ́wọ́ alápàtà àwọn location kan wà tẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ rí yín bẹ̀ ẹran yóò gbọ́dọ̀ bọ́ lọ́wọ́ alápàtà tẹ́ bá sọ pé fracasi kékeré ni ti bí síta rí yẹn tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ níjáwọ́ nínú fracasi kékeré ni ti bí síta rí yẹn wọ́n sì máa pa ìkan nínú yín sínú fracasi wọ́n á pa yín báyìí tó á kún yín wẹ́wẹ́ yẹn location ni wọ́n máa pa yín tó máa dùn yín wẹ́wẹ́ sẹ́pẹ́ ìyá wèrè ni Ọlọ́run fi ti bí sípò òwe fún gbogbo yín nìsín kẹ má rí educative chat kan ṣe ẹ máa monitor àwọn èèyàn kiri ni wọ́n gbé abọ́ báyìí ẹ ti crop wọn wọ́n fa aṣọ ṣọ́ọ̀bù wọn ẹ ti crop wọn ẹ gídẹ̀ ní ẹ yé ẹ pa ẹ fẹ́ẹ̀lì ẹ pàṣì ẹ kó lójú kan náà Olúwa ti dá yín lóró ó dá àwọn ọmọ yín lóró ó dá inú yín lóró ikú ẹ̀yin lẹ́ran kú sí bísí ẹ̀yin lẹ́ran kú sí bísí ṣé bísí lè wà lọ́dọ̀ tèmi kí ló ti mo fi lé lọ́dọ̀ mi ẹ̀yin ò ṣe lé abẹ́rẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ bí ṣe máa ṣe disclaimer fún àwọn tó bá ṣe ìjọ̀gbọ̀n lọ́dọ̀ mi ni tó update tó ń bú yẹn mo máa lé wọn dàní pé mi ò fẹ́ rí yín sàkà ní ọ̀dọ̀ mi òṣàtẹ́ ń sọ yìí náà gbogbo ni mo lé náà kógun lé mi lórí social media ni kí ogun lé mi ní mi àwọn tí mo sọ pé ẹ wá tẹ bá fẹ́ jà ẹ kúrò níbí báyìí educative programs làwọn ń ṣe ń bí òun náà ní yẹn òṣìṣẹ́ rẹ̀ yín àjò olùṣẹ́ yín lójú náà yóò pé both of the same feather that flow together nígbà yẹn ìyẹ̀wò ẹ̀yìn ọ̀la ìyẹ̀wò kí mo tún fẹ́ wọ ìyẹn ọ̀la bọ́lọ̀ bá pè mí ní ìsìnkú ẹ̀rọ ọmọdún wà láwọ́ ni mo wọ́n lọ́dọ̀ Elédùmarè yìí wọ́n rí yín lẹ̀bẹ̀ ṣe mọ̀yàn tó wọ́n fi nǹkan rere lọ yín Nàìjíríà ni tí wọ́n fi wọn mọ̀ pẹ́yìn náà sọ̀rọ̀ ni tí wọ́n fi nǹkan rere lọ yín gbogbo yín tẹ̀ ní ṣoríire tẹ́bálẹ̀ ogun òní mi èyí tó jẹ́ bí sí tó yín tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí gbépò sí ìṣe soberness ló jẹ́ fún gbogbo yín ta ló kàn lọ́la ẹlòmíì ewu àtẹpẹ máa ṣe tí ò ní dáríjì yìí sẹ ẹlòmíì wà tó pé owó ló máa rán níṣẹ́ ẹlòmíì wà tó pé silent killer ni ìjà tẹ́ tí ń jà láti bí ọdún mélòó ẹ̀yin lẹ bá yé Bísí jẹ́ o Bísí dẹ̀ deserve tẹ́ fi bá yé ẹ̀yin lẹ bá yé ẹ̀yẹ o torí èmi nígbà tí Bísí bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ pé kán gbókò ọmọ wọn ojú gbogbo yóò fọ èmi mo lè kú nínú ewé inú ewé ló ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ níbo kẹ́yìn tó sọ ní gbépo sí ẹ wá lọ́lọ́run gbàdúrà mi mo rí connection mo rí businesses owó ń wọlé lọ́tún mo ń gbowó lọ́sì ẹ wá ní because ọlọ́run dùn sí onínúure ni ẹ ti ní ìkàjù ẹ vomit chorus name ọmọ ló jẹ́ fún yín ọmọ kékeré nìyẹn ṣé yẹn náà tún bá yín ṣe fracas ni ẹni tọ́rọ̀ yín ò fi dùn mí mọ́ ọmọ yẹn lẹ̀ ń gbé hánu lẹ́nu jẹ́ mẹ́ta ẹ̀yin òpó náà ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú ẹ̀yin àjẹ́ ẹ̀yin ológun ìkà ẹ̀yin fẹ̀jẹ̀wẹ̀ ẹ̀yin alágbe ẹ̀yin folding hand connection ẹ̀yin olòṣì ẹ̀yin orí ògbadé orí yín burú táwọn yóò bá dá yín lóhùn tí mi ò bá dá yín lóhùn mo gbé nǹkan tó tóbi lọ́wọ́ mo gbé nǹkan tó tóbi lọ́wọ́ nígbà bá kó ìpolówó bí ilẹ̀ ń sọ̀wọ́ ṣé mo fẹ́ mọ jà pẹ̀lú ìpolówó ni wo èmi ò ní jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́n nǹkan wọ́ èmi dànù bí ẹ mọye bílíọ̀nù tó ń wọlé fún mi níbi ìpolówó lóṣù nígbà tí má gbé ìpolówó ńlá sí ọwọ́ tí màmá bá yín ṣe rádaràda bẹ́ẹ̀ bá jẹ́ pé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu yín dùn ẹ̀ ń tírìtì gbogbo tó lọ lágbàáyé ni ẹ̀yin náà yẹ kẹ́ ẹ mọ rí advert gbà kì í ṣe tábẹ́ ilé àwọn òṣìṣkò màmá búlì gbogbo èèyàn kiri kóra bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe dàgbà yẹn á ra yín á rọ ọmọ yín kóra á ra gbogbo ìdílé yẹn pátápátá wọ́n sọ títí ẹ̀rọ aṣọ burúkú tọmọ yẹn ń wọ̀ kò lè náwó sára ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ̀lé náwó sára iṣẹ́ nílẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́lé iṣẹ́ rán ọmọ lọ sí iléèwé àwọn olóṣè cancus olóṣè olórí burúkú kóra wọn ju àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin wọn àwọn tí wọ́n ní rí bá ti ṣe tí wọ́n ní rọ́nà gbégbà wọn á jáde sáwọn ọba ọjà yín ní ìṣèbọn náà ní kí Ọjájá fi sọ pé ó ti lè búyàn jù gbogbo kíní yóò jẹ́ níbodè mọ́nà pé ló ń bó lóní kíní kan èyí dẹ̀ ní ẹ̀ lọ́jà tẹ́ǹtà ìṣe níbodè ọlọ́jà jẹ sẹ́yìn lọ́jà tẹ́ǹtà ni ẹ sábọ́ọ̀dù tẹ̀tẹ̀ wá lé látijọ́ yìí ó di tí a rọ́bà kàásì mélòó mo ti já lóye yín báyìí ó ti di mélòó kí ló tẹ́yìn náà lọ gba fànánsì náà ṣé ẹ níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ní tó fi àpúrúfù lóhùn fún yín ṣé ẹ níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ni kí lẹ fẹ́ kólẹ̀ tax return tẹ fẹ́ kólẹ̀ dà ọmọ olórí burúkú àwọn cleaners association àwọn olóráyè yìí ara nàìjíríà tó ń sẹ́ndì nǹkan sí mi ń bì I want to tell you something. Tell me something about what to man gbé bùn fún mi Nàìjíríà máa block ẹ nísìn. Good afternoon ma, please ma, I need your help ma. This is Portable Baby Mama. Good evening ma. O need the help mi fi kíni kí ló kọ́ mi pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ Portable Baby Mama. O rẹ̀ lọ gbé fáwọn ìyàwó Portable kí ló kọ́ mi. Ó lóun ti text mi lórí fóònù ọ̀bẹ láti Nàìjíríà ni. Ṣé kí n bẹ pé ṣé Portable lèmi fẹ́ mọ ṣe ṣòwò nàbí orí gbogbo yín dàrú ni ẹ lọ bá wọn blogger kékèké kí ló kàn mí débi mo ní kó ẹ lọ gàbò fún Portable ni kí ni gaya náà sọ what can I buy from your store money gaya àwọn ọmọ mi tí mo ti ń kó bọ̀ ní bá ti ń kọ́ ọmọ kan bá wọn gbọ́ kò ní pẹ́ bá wọn jà báwo ọmọdún tí mo ti ń pa àwọn ọmọ mi bọ̀ jáyà mú tọ̀ sí gbogbo wọn ẹ̀yin ọmọ kọ́ mọ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ló máa wà tí ò ní ilé èpo lójú bíi ti ẹ̀yin ọmọ kọ́ mọ ẹ̀yin ọmọ rádà mo prefer kí n fún àwọn Nollywood lówó ju pé kí n fún yín lówó lọ ẹ̀yin táyé yín ti bàjẹ́ ẹ máa jà ṣáá ni ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀ fẹ́ẹ̀lì ẹ̀ páàsì ẹ̀ kúrò ní kíláàsì kan náà nígbà mo ní ìjà mo gba 30 million fún ìbílẹ̀ ẹni kí n ṣe òòrè ṣe é fẹ́ rí ìjẹun fi hàn ìyẹn fi contract mi hàn orí yín ti burú lórí pé kí n polówó fọ́dún kan 30 million ni ẹ̀ẹ́dì ti kíní gan ni mo fi hàn ìbàtí PS o ṣe lábẹ́lì bọ́dì advert PS kò dín ní 25 million lè yẹ orí yín dàrú ni ayé rẹ ẹ mọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń ṣe rere láyé yìí ẹ̀dá kọ́ ni ó san fún yín Ọlọ́run ní ń san fún mi Ọlọ́run ní ń di fún mi ní Ọlọ́run ní ń di fún mi Ọlọ́run ní ń di fún mi ṣé fẹ́ o ti PS ẹ lọ kú PS mọ́ tí mo ṣe nu ayé òun nà PS ò dẹ̀ lè ṣubú kò lè lọlẹ̀ ẹ bá fẹ́ kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kó kúrò ń bẹ̀ PS is not for me alone, it's for everybody. Deposit to kọ́kọ́ send ní ṣe rí every 3 months wọ́n ń san orí yín dàrú orí yín èmi àti yín wà nínú ẹgbẹ́ ni ayé rẹ̀ ò sì dá ṣé mi mo lọ wọlé lọ bá wọn abẹ́ òun ni mo ń bẹ̀ mí kiri ẹ̀rìn first installment orí yín dàrú orí yín yí tí o ti bá wá gun mọ́tò 100 million ṣé mi ò wọ́ọ̀tì èmi ò yí yẹ́ ni mò ń tewé náà mò ń dẹ̀ ń ta lé ń tọ́kì ayé rẹ̀ ò dá ayé sábàdù ti bàjẹ́ gẹ́fẹ́lẹ́ òjá bàjẹ́ táwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́ mímú bá táwọn ọmọ mi yẹn náà ní tẹ̀lé dínà èmi mo bá yé wọn jẹ́ PDF mo ṣí fún yín TPS lásán mo ṣí fún yín ẹ mọ̀ fẹ́ra yín ẹ̀yin lérò ni tó máa tẹ́ wọn máa san mílíọ̀nù fún yín ọ̀rọ̀ owó lẹ̀ ń sọ dání ń wòyàwó awúyẹ̀ ló tẹ̀lé yín àwọn ọmọ ibú owó ló ń wọ́ tẹ̀lé mi àwọn ibú owó ni ẹ̀fọ̀ wọ́n kàn rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ìbílẹ̀ ní amóni ti Ìbàdàn ńkọ́ tí máa yẹ pé mi ò polówó fún yàn mọ́ fáàtì ló máa ń bẹ̀ mí ni èmi àgúnmu wò nígbà tí àwọn tí mò ń polówó gan pè mí lágúnmu wò ẹ wá débi tí mò ń tewé lásán ọwọ́ tó wá ń tewé gan ibi gan gba pa millions kí ẹ fẹ́ bọ́dọ̀ fà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí nígbà tí àwọn ará àta gan tí mò ń ṣe ògo mi fún wọn tí mò ń bá wọn powó tó polówó tó pa àmọ́ máa gúnmu wò ṣàgbọ́n tó máa ń sọ lórí live chat pé ìyá yẹn lásìkì gidi ò lè gbé polówó fún kó ṣọ́ọ̀tì láyé motor fi kàdíìsì ti lé lọ́dún kan tó ti ọ̀dọ̀ mi nà tọ́wọ́n bá táwọn ti rẹ̀rù wọn lọ adẹ̀ láwọn seasonal náà irú àwọn tí fọ́tì yẹn seasonal ní tàwọn gbọ́dọ̀ máa ń dé ní wọ́n máa ń kó bẹ́ẹ̀ fíìmù jáde orí yín dàrú inú yín ò dùn ẹ̀ lè ṣoríire ewu gbogbo yín tẹ́ kóra yín jọ ewu gbogbo yín máa tọrọ star máa ṣàgbé kiri PDF mi máa ń pẹ́ kó tó ṣèbọ̀ tó máa ṣe lágbọ́rọ̀ lórí yín dàrú àwọn olówó nínú àwọn sẹ́ẹ̀tì yín ẹ sọ mi di irú ọmọ tí mo empower yẹn Flora iye tó kọ́kọ́ sọ yẹn lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ mi lè jẹ́ kó san half ẹ̀ mọ́ tí má ṣàlàyé gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ mi tí sọ fún mi ṣe ń sọ fún ni tó mo fẹ́ kó dìde dáadáa tó mi mo fà ó dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ gùnkẹ̀ tó mo rí mi wú 300,000 tó ń sọ lóṣù yẹn kò gbọ́dọ̀ san next month fún Flora bá ń gbọ́ mi màá bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́la lójúmọmọ lọ́la kí má ṣàgbowó lọ kàn gbà ṣéǹjì lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ mo ní advert tó ní 1 million lóṣù mo ní 5 million kí ló ń ṣe yín ganan ẹ̀ńtá yẹ̀ bá máa bàjẹ́ náà ló máa bá yín tó ẹ̀ńtá ọ̀kọ́ rí pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ni ẹ máa jà lójoojúmọ́ ẹ wá mú bísí ẹ̀rí gbogbo ara bísí kò sẹ́ni tí kìíní yẹn èmi kan bá tí mo rí ara rìn mí nà ó ní quarter payment ni ẹ fẹ́ kú ni ẹ fẹ́ jí ni ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ rò pé èlò ló kọ́kọ́ san 4.5 ibi bá mi transfer mò ń gbowó ìbẹ̀ rí pé bá mi nì PS Golden ẹ rò pé PS kéré inú ayé ni orí yìí ti dà jẹ́ kí ibi ti bì lẹ́hàn yìí gba olóṣèlú lè January 4.5 kan bẹ́ẹ̀ bá náà ra mọ́tò ní ìlú òyìnbó ẹ̀kọ́ 100,000 euro dání náà kétẹ̀lé kò dání lórí yìí ti dà rẹ̀ kọ́mọ padà sọ́dọ̀ ìbílẹ̀ wọ́n náà padà sọ́dọ̀ ìbílẹ̀ ibi táyé wọn ṣe ọdún kẹta tí mo ti ń polówó fún PS nìyí kí lẹ fẹ́ jìnnà lẹ fẹ́ rà orí yín ti dàrú èrò pé mi wà lára àwọn tó ń gba 200,000 lóṣù fún polówó ni orí yín ti burú ó larí mọ́sọ́dọ̀ amóní mi dàjárí ìbílẹ̀ ìbílẹ̀ ebi ń bá yín polo Saheed ní ṣètìrì yá ní CPF ẹ̀ fún yín ṣètìrì ní CPF orí yín dàrú ni ebi ń bá yín gbà polówó 200 lóṣù ni orí yín burú ni ṣé náà ni tètú.
ìyá mi lẹ́ni ìsìn abẹ́rẹ́ sí ní ṣe yẹn.
ok ìgbà tí mo ní kinní kan tá a fẹ́ sáyìn fún ẹ ti ẹ̀gbọ́n voice ní kíni láti ṣe.
ok má.
mi wà nínú yín ni ó ní wọ́n ṣe síbi 10 million tó kọ́kọ́ san orí yín dàrú ni orí yín dàrú ni.
ok má mi káàrọ̀ mà.
ìbílẹ̀ ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn Saheed ó wá bí abẹ́rẹ́ pé mi mo lọ pè ní gẹ́gẹ́ ṣé mi mo lọ pè ní àdìwá ni mo pọ̀ tó kọ́kọ́ tẹ̀sí mi mo já sí blocking mo ní nọ́mbà Naija ní mo pọ̀ owó ọlá onílé bàǹbà mo já sí blocking ẹ pé tí má ti ní +2 3 4 báyìí mo já sí blocking ní straight bẹ́ẹ̀rì you block ó wá pè mí true ẹ̀ tó mọ̀ mi pé owó get through sí mi ó yẹ ṣe wá hàn block yẹ orí yín dàrú ni èmi ń taná wẹ́bí ni èmi ń taná wẹ́bí ni ike ṣe orí yín burú Ọlọ́run ló gbé mi Ọlọ́run ló gé orí bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ló ní orí bẹ́ẹ̀ ike ẹ ṣe agreement fún wa 30 million òdì péye wà yẹn orí yìí dàrú Ọlọ́run ló ní orí bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ bí yóò bá ti gbà fọ́gà rẹ̀ náà yín mọ lò mo ti sọ pé Bùnmi mo máa ń sọ fún yín pé Bùnmi kí n lògó rẹ̀ rò mí mò ń ṣeré ni Bùnmi kí n lògó rẹ̀ ni error in opening the document kí ló tó òfin lágẹ̀ pa àsanwó PDF ókè tí ẹgbọ̀n voice bó tẹ̀ ṣe sọ pé òun ṣe sàngàn orí yín dàrú kì í bẹ́ ṣáà pé bá mi transfer tí mo sẹ́ndì sí ni orí yín ó yí mi àti ń wà nù ẹgbẹ́ tí máa ra mọ́tò 100,000 euro 200,000 lè wọ́ tẹ̀lé.
kí lórúkọ ẹni mo forward fún yín mà ẹ rìfú ẹ bóyá lè conclude lẹ́ni kọ́ dẹ̀ send owó fún yín lẹ́ni ẹ má bínú kó take you 2 weeks fún odidi ọjọ́ èmi náà gbé ìtura so àdúgbò fọlọ́ olùwàdó tí.
ó ṣàṣọ́nbì kan yí pé kọ́tálì 30 million tí 30 million ó fi gbin orí yín burú ni mo lémi àgbà blogger kékeré lẹ pé ni ọmọye ọmọ tó ń ta góòdì gan ọmọye tó ń san orí yín burú ni orí yín yí ni àtàlẹgbẹ ìyàláyà yín ẹ rò pé mo lè fi social media lẹ́ṣà ibi rẹ yín lè rí ṣe líbí èmi rí ṣe anyway àwọn voices kan àti mi fẹ́ kí ẹ gbọ́ ṣá àwọn voices kan àti mi fẹ́ ó yẹ kí n lè rí PDF yẹn 10 million yẹn ó yẹ kó rí but mo fẹ́ wò kẹsọ bó ṣe sọ kọ́tálì ni ìmí àtúnwọlé ní April orí yín dàrú ni ẹ̀rọ owó tó mi tó ń wọlé lọ́dọ̀ bí bá mi bó ṣe pọ̀ ni bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ó ní ó ṣe jẹ́ kí n máa háwó fáwọn èèyàn ẹnìkan mo tó fún 100,000 lẹ́ni ẹgbẹ́ mi ṣe ń háwó fáwọn èèyàn kò kàn mí ẹ̀yin lẹ́ẹ̀rí ṣe nídìí social media ẹ̀ ń bú ọmọ yẹn mọ̀ bú ọmọ yẹn mọ̀ bú ọmọ yẹn orí yín burú ni tẹ́tìrì mo ní 10 million ó wá ní at the rate of 1.5 ṣe pé February iye tó bá fi wù tẹ̀ tí réètì tó tẹ̀ wù yẹn ló máa ń fún mi ní tiẹ̀ réètì tí iye bá ti wù yẹn ni mo ń fún mi ó rẹ̀ pé 10 million yẹn náà mọ̀ òkè owó kan tó tún san ni ṣẹ́rí ẹ̀wọ́ àwọn advert euro tó ń credit sọ́dọ̀ mi kò ní dá fún yàrá yàrá yín èmi àti yín wà nínú ẹgbẹ́ ni. lẹ́sẹ̀ máa rí tí máa ń wọ designers ní orí yín dàrú ni ebi ti lògo gbogbo yín lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin wà lẹ́yìn lè dìde lè dìde àgàgà owó tó wá gẹ sísìn owó mi rí o lè dìde. mo jẹ nínú owó rẹ n ò jẹ báwọn bú ẹ ẹ̀yin kò ní dá fún yàrá yàrá yẹn tó mọ̀ pé wọ́n bá mo lè jẹ́ nípa ilé Easton àwọn ọmọ mi ló rà wọ́n yìí máa yàgbẹ́ bí Tinubu bá bí mi àwọn ọmọ mi ló rà ẹ̀yẹn ẹ̀rì tó dọ̀ mí láìpẹ́ ẹ̀rì pé ti mọ́tò yẹn a nígbà kan mo ṣe dé Mercedes Benz máa ti ṣe fídíò bẹ́ẹ̀ kò lè ṣe fídíò bí iṣẹ́ gbogbo kan tó bá rẹ́ dì mọ́ ẹ̀yin ọmọ ẹ kó ṣì lọ ẹ kó ṣì lọ péyàn bá lo kádàrá àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ gan náà láti rí látọdún 10 tó wó ti dé ó yẹ kí kádàrá òun gan tán ó yẹ kí kádàrá gan ó ti fi ní sí. mo ní ẹrù fún ìpàdé bú mi kí n lògo rẹ gàrà tó ṣó ọ ni Ọlábànjẹ ọwọ́ méjì ó sì máa ṣọ́ọ̀kì yín pẹ̀lú Ọlábànjẹ ní April. Ta ló ń lo Adédèjì well I get job and I learn ta ni wèrè lé ṣó ń tọrọ owó ń bí ni ta ni ń jẹ́ Okonga again block ẹ ó dẹ̀ pé wá bọ́ àwọn ọmọ ìwé ń bí ni òun bá àwọn ọmọ ìwé ń bí anẹyẹ tó tò ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì ọgọ́ta máa bó ló ti wá ó ní ṣoríire kò ní dáa fún ẹ pẹ̀lú òpin ní orí burúkú olórí burúkú olóòṣì gbọ́mọgbọ́mọ abórajẹ̀bi Ọlọ́run tó pè rẹ̀ ní Efirahamu efirin kò ní dáa fún yẹ block. ẹ ṣe gàrí bó ṣáàrí tí ẹnìkan ń bu yín tẹ̀ ń fi ké kí ló ń bu wọn fún wọn ń jẹ́ lọ́ọ̀sì ni fún ẹni tó wá bu yín yẹn ẹ máa lògo Ephraim àti lògo ẹ níbí ẹ̀yin níṣẹ́ bí ò pé ẹ lọ́wọ́ iye tó ń ta C-class Mercedes tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi conversion ní ìsìn kan tí 100 million orí yín dàrú orí yín ó dàrú ó mà ga o tó bá fẹ́ gbé brand new car òmòye tó máa kọ́kọ́ gbé sílẹ̀ ni ẹ rò pé wọ́n ń ṣe finance 3 years 5 years lórí brand new car ni alórí yín ti dàrú bùnmi kí logo rẹ ń bá logo yín tá máa sì fi cancer ṣe lómi ọyàn rèé mọ̀ jẹra. ìyá rẹ̀ ń bẹ lákọ̀ owó wà ìlú òyìnbó kan lè kó mọ́tò mẹ́fà méjì sínú ilé ni olóṣèlú àwọn tí mò ń yọ̀dẹ̀ lórí ikú ò lè pa àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ mi lọ́wọ́ mi láéláé tí ò bá ṣàwọn kò lè mí ìlé máa rówó ìgbà ọmọ ìyẹn ra nǹkan jẹjẹjẹjẹjẹ níbo.
bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Africa store tó gbajúgbajà káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé Mo Tropical Foods.
ẹ̀yin oníbọ́ọ̀bà.
pàtàkì ti máa ra gbogbo nǹkan tó fẹ́ eléyìí tó jẹ́ tilẹ̀ wa àwọn kọ́sítọ́mà káàkiri àgbáyé ni wọ́n máa ń fẹ́ láti ra.
ibo ni fóònù tó tún play ẹ̀yin oníbọ́ọ̀bà ilé ìkọ́ ló ń play náà. ẹ̀yin oníbọ́ọ̀bà bọ́ọ̀bà. àti play Mo Tropical ṣé ẹni Ọlábànjí yẹn bílíọ̀nù àti wà ń bàdàn nù ẹ má la òde Ọlábànjí kò lè ọlá yìí mo sì láìkì ẹ mo yà wọn tó ń spíkì tí mo ti fún Albert Ọlábànjí ṣá ẹyin wọn ò lè dá fún irú àwọn kìnìún ò lè wà fún kí ni wọ́n ti ń pè irú Saheed kò lè gba vat fẹ́yìn rádaràdà yìí ambassador lè ní I'm the liaison officer tí n bá fọwọ́ sí ìgbọ́dọ̀ gba vat fún àfẹ́yẹ̀fọ́ tó bá ambassadorial ni kí ẹ tún jíjó ẹ ó ga jù ẹ wò ikú ò ní pa gbogbo èèyàn alátìlẹyìn mi tẹ̀ǹtẹ̀lé mi ẹ̀yin Esabod France and Ewe Nation àrùn ò ní pa yín lórúkọ Jésù ọwọ́ yín ò ní kàn sàlẹ̀ àpò ẹ bá pé bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n máa ń ju rìsíìtì ni tẹ́ bá rí investment tó ń ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹja ní ọdún yìí àtọ́dọ̀ Ọlábànjí ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ màá tún gba Ọlábànjí gbà wo ni investment mi dì màá tún lọ́dọ̀ Ọlábànjí màá tún gba 6 million kan ṣé pray ni owó investment ni ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ orí yín ti dàrú gbogbo tí mo wá ń rí gan ṣọkùn bíi ìnìbọn ta ni mo fẹ́ kówó yẹn fún ṣé mo fẹ́ máa ra owó gẹ́gẹ́ sí wíìrì tọ́kì lèmi máa ra lẹ́sì kí ló kẹ́ èmi máa dẹ́ fi rẹ́ǹtì ṣé owó yẹn ṣe mo fẹ́ kó fún yàbí mo lọ́mọ tó ń wọ nápì you dey craze you dey mad you dey craze ẹ̀yin olóòrò mi ò kàn bá wò yẹ ẹ̀rọ olóṣèlú ló ń kówó fún mi voice ni voice rìn gan ebi ni wọ́n mú gbọ́ Esabod láfẹ́ kó wá polówó àbáwọn gbà tí ẹyẹ Tàfàṣégò ọmọ mi ìrèjà mi tó pèsè orí fídíò fún yín ẹyẹ àrè tó bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ lórí fídíò lórí Liza Tàfàṣégò ebi ò wá wọn lọ wọ́n gbọ́ àwọn fẹ́ mọ màmá àwọn fẹ́ mọ ẹ̀yin náà mọ̀ pé mo ro lórúkọ lẹ́sẹ̀ máa ń lórúkọ mi ní negative way ṣó tiẹ̀ rí ìwọ́n tiẹ̀ má jẹ́ ń bọ́bù bọ́ọ̀sì ẹ̀ àwọn eré àkàgbà tó gbọdọ̀ rìn sí kékeré ni tí Bísí tẹ rí yẹn ẹ dẹ̀ pé Bísí ò ní ṣe fracas mọ́ mo ṣe ń wò torí kó dà pé ó ti di pásítọ̀ mo dẹ̀ wẹ́ta la bá fi ọ́ wé ẹni tí ò bá sí ẹni máa bá mi contact wọn rídọ̀ bó ṣe wà yẹn 3 months ló máa ń san owó ò less than 2.5 ẹyin bí ó bá sí àwọn ikú ò ní pa yín o gbogbo èèyàn lólùfẹ́ mi òun náà ni mo sọ pé ẹni tí ò bá ní máa invest tó fẹ́ máa kọ́ àwọn ò ṣe fracas bímọ ẹ fi gbà kan ẹ̀ ní àwọn wo náà update lọ́dọ̀ wa àwọn ilé tí shop up ṣe rí tẹ́ bá dé ilé tí ẹ máa ń gbé ẹ máa Jọkẹ́ Houston Texas gbọ́dọ̀ tó sì mí fún dínà tí ẹ bá rí ilé bóyá kẹ́bì lọ́wọ́ David Infinity ilé ẹ̀ tó rà sí Houston Texas gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ mi níṣẹ́ báwọn bá níṣẹ́ wọn báwọn bá gbárùn fàtì fún yín òkúta lẹ́yìn akúṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí gàlẹ́ wálé ayéwájà èyí ló sábà bulẹ̀ tí ẹ̀sà ẹ wà rí tí wọ́n sọ pé àbọ̀wọ̀ dìsáínà mọ́ra àtàdìsáínà ìdánwò máa yín wọ aṣọ tí tẹ́lọ̀ jẹ́ kù 2.5 years. Ọlọ́ọ̀bá kó sí design kí ló kàn ebi ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn mo wá gbádùn lọ́jọ́ ayé mi ni ọjọ́ alẹ́ ìdùn ọjọ́ alẹ́ ti dùn yìí sì lọ́mọ tó fún mi bùkátà yìí lọ́mọ tó ṣàárẹ̀ gbogbo ọmọ mi ló dé jẹ́ tí wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yẹ́ wọn yìí ò ń sọ̀rọ̀ ayé o Ọlábànjí ọmọ méjì mẹ́rin kan ewé Bánjí ẹ máa Àjọkẹ́ ẹ Adé Adédèjì fẹ́ ká máa broadcast o Kofi bo ẹ di lítà tí Adédèjì láti Canada ni ẹ wo sí ti rúùmù yẹn lásán ó lè bá mi rìn kó o tó ṣì torí mo kọ́ àwọn tọ̀dọ̀ mi bọ́n ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ pé mò ń ṣiṣẹ́ èyí mo fi ń wipe away time èyí tí mo fẹ́ ṣe ni pé mo fẹ́ tètè sùn gbọ́dọ̀ post gbogbo nǹkan láàárọ̀ kùtùkùtù Friday ẹyẹ ti fò ẹyẹ ti lọ 2 weeks wọn lọ relax let me talk ibi ọ̀rọ̀ yín ṣé káyọ̀ káyọ̀ Nàìjíríà nígbà tí n lè ra ṣé rí Yèyé Yínká TV ẹni kó tọrọ nǹkan rí èmi gan Yèyé Yínká gan òòrò yín ẹni tó jẹ́ fèmí aláàtà ló ròyìn Yèyé Yínká fún mi family àwọn olólóṣì bí yóò rí pé fake profile ẹ̀yẹ mọ́ nílò ní iṣẹ́ yìí ráyè kẹ́ mọ́ ṣe update ni bó ti máa ń sọ pé ìjà tí ń bá já òkàn wọn náà kó kàn wọ́n náà mi lè kó wọn sí problem náà kó wọn sí problem báwo àtẹ́gbẹ́yìn náà dà tó ń fẹ́ bá jà àwọn olórí burúkú àwọn hóró ìgbàlẹ̀ ẹ̀yọ kan tí ó kàn dànù láìpẹ́ màmá náà máa fìyà ẹ̀sà bọ́ọ̀dù gbogbo Èkó ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ló wà gbogbo Ìbàdàn ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ló wà ọ̀gá adé ọmọ àwọn ọdẹ dẹ wọn sádùúgbò lóga ọmọ Adédùbú fún rẹ̀ mọ́ létí nítorí mi ò ní báyé pariwo nítorí bá ṣe tilẹ̀ ní ògbé wọ́n ní ẹ̀wọ̀n kò tí ò bá sọ fún ọdọọdẹ yìí pé mò ń ṣọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ nínú igbó mo ń fẹ́ fi ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ borí àsìkò yẹn lè ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ ò ní gorí ìrókò ọmọ gbàgbé ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀gá mọ́ rán yàn iṣẹ́ ní ọ̀gá ìǹgà ilé ọ̀gá wà protected ara protection ilé ọ̀gá nínú báàgì mi tí mò ń gbé kiri gan aláì ẹlòmíì tí ẹ̀ wújú ti fi sí wẹ́ẹ̀lì ń tì lọ láìsẹ̀nsì wà fún ni. Òkèkè pápó tó di kó máa blow around ọlọ́pàá orí yín dọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n bí mi eré kí n jókòó ń ta gbangba kan àwọn ìyá ìgé ti mọ̀ pé ẹ wọlé òní tó máa bí aláya yìí gbé ìpamọ́ bọ̀. Orí ọlọ́ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ máa bọ̀. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́bi ń pa ẹ̀yin lékè sáyà. Ìṣẹ́dì kí bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ rí ẹyin gan lẹ kórìíra gbé kó sí. Ìjọ téèyàn bá ti ń sọ pé kéèyàn kọ́ ọmọ okùn why do you have to bring a child in your fracas? But when you come for a child tí ẹ máa gbé tiẹ̀ sórí blọ́ọ̀gì ni ìbá ìjọ ọmọ ọdún kan máa bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ sórí blọ́ọ̀gì ni èmi má kà lágàn ó gbé ọmọ ọdún kan sọ́wọ́ ó lọ ń ṣòṣì ó láyé Ìsábọ̀dì bá yé àwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ gèmí náà bá yé ọmọ ọdún ẹ̀yẹ kan máa bàjẹ́ máfíà máa rán yàn iṣẹ́ ni máfíà ń gé àmọ́ orí ìjókòó ni ọwọ́ kan mo yọ lága 300,000 fún èmi síbi ìwọ̀n lára igba iye mílíọ̀nù tí mo ti fi tọ́ Adédùbú ló tírẹ́nì mímọ́ létè Ìbàdàn bàyá tó fi kára wájú lẹ́rù okó yẹn náà ni kò díjú sí ibi tó bá wà átọ̀fù ibẹ̀ yẹn ṣàìjẹmọ location ni iṣẹ́ ayé ló ń ṣe iṣẹ́ ìgboro ló ń ṣe ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ èmi máa sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n máa ẹ̀sùkúrìtì ẹ̀ ní èmi láwọn orú ọmọ ikú lọ́wọ́ ọmọ okú àrọ̀ lọ́jọ́ màmá náà máa fi aláì ìjọba kú sí gánẹ́rà sínú pósí mi fi sáyọ tí n bá rí tó bá gbá bọ́ọ̀lù nígbà tí n bá kú máa jínú pósí máa fọ́ bọ́ọ̀lù mọ́ ẹ lórí ni pálí bẹ́ńsì yẹn tó jọ sínú pálí ẹ má gbé fúláwà wa o. ìwé aráwúrà gold mo dọ́ ẹ̀mẹ́ mo dá àwọn ìfẹ́ sọ̀ wá nìyẹn mo dá gbogbo yín mọ̀ ẹ̀rọ kólẹ̀ yìí Mọ́níyà ti dìgboro. Mákindé ó ṣiṣẹ́ ń bá dọ̀gàn. Ó ti ṣe boat cruise sí Ẹlẹ́yẹlé. Ẹ ṣáà gbọ́tán sọ lẹ́nu. Mákindé tún bá dọ̀ ṣe gan. Train terminal ní Mọ́níyà. Ẹ pé ó yẹ pé in collaboration with my body and ta Mọ́níyà nefa $5 million. Béèyàn bá fún yàn lóúnjẹ tó wá lóhun ò jẹ mọ́, èèyàn á sì gbà. Ilé ayé la bá. Ó mọ̀ lónìí. Màmá náà máa fi ó ga jù. Ẹ̀yàn wọn yẹn máa gbádùn Táyọ̀ K. Àwọn olóríire orí yóò níbo ẹni kan fàdúrà ràn yín lọ́wọ́ yìí ní gógùn gbàmí lórí gbogbo tí kan ní pé kí ló ń polówó tó ń gba mílíọ̀nù òbò ní òun yẹn nìyẹn. Saidi ẹ lè pa mí ẹyọ kó rí pé o òkè gbẹ́ngbẹ́ òkè o. àwa ni PS àwọn lady fún Táíwò
ọmọ oníjogún lé
Mọ́níyà làwà o aṣẹ́wó tó unique.
torí pé ilé tẹ̀rí yẹn Ọlọ́run ló pọ̀ fún ni ká tó kọ́lé èèyàn ara rẹ̀ ìṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ọjọ́ kan.
ẹni mo kọ́ mọ́ ẹni tí mo ti relax owó ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà owó ló jẹ́ kí n relax àtàlọ́fọ́ bá yà kí sẹ́ẹ̀ ti pariwo. owó bá ti déyàn máa ń relax ni.
PS Homes and Properties ló ní kí ló ń dúró wò nígbà tó rí ibi tó fọkàn balẹ̀ láti ralẹ̀ kí ló ń dúró wò nígbà tó rí àyè tó gbẹnu létítì láti ralẹ̀ kí ló ń dúró wò nígbà tó rí ilẹ̀
tó kọ́ fún gbájú ẹ̀
ìlú tuntun kí ló ń dúró wò tó lè tètè ralẹ̀ ńbẹ ilẹ̀ tí
àwọn local advert tilẹ̀ pé
lọ sí Kọ́ládà University Ìbàdàn yọrò bọ́ọ̀rù alẹ̀ kọ́lé tàbí ralẹ̀ kọ́lé iṣẹ́ àròyé àìrílẹ̀ rà níbi tó fọkàn balẹ̀ ti dópin Green City Estate bó ṣe residential bó ṣe commercial ó wà ńbẹ residential 500,000 commercial 1.8 million. Green City Estate ìṣẹ́jú mẹ́jọ níbẹ̀ sí railway station and the new inland drive 80-minute drive sí University of Ìbàdàn 30-minute drive sí ọ̀dọ́ nìbàdàn bíbẹ̀ yẹbẹ̀ wò rìnbẹ̀ wò wàyíká bẹ̀ wò kówólé kọ́lé ìrọ̀rùn ní Green City Estate telephone 08082212130 tàbí 08053309480 email pshomeproperty.com ralẹ̀ fọkànbalẹ̀ kọ́lé pẹ̀lú fọkànbalẹ̀.
ṣé ẹni tá a bá ti ń polówó fún ìjọ mo ti ń polówó fún Fàrídà mi ò gbọ́ kọ́ńpìlẹ́rì àwọn olóòní sì ṣe ọlọ́run sì ń jẹ́ kán sì ṣe fáwọn àna ò lè gbéṣẹ́ fún mi wàhálà bí má ṣe gbé sókè má ṣe jù látòrí csc bọ̀lẹ̀ correct ni ní máa sọ pé mò ń hawó mò fún wọn 700,000 500,000 100,000 200,000 ó ṣẹ́kù ni mẹ́rin ó ṣẹ́kù ni Ọlọ́run ti sọ pé òun ó yọ àwọn ipò kúrò nínú àdìkámọ́ ìjọ tí ó rí ayọ̀ ládé wọn wá kéyìí sókè òun ń sìn owó èrè ọ̀kan ṣoṣo ògbálẹ̀ wọ́n máa kọ́ léèyàn bá ti mọ̀ jájá tó mọ fúrákàsì ṣe pé yóò be able to be head consequence ẹ rí pé mi ò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ ta sí yín mọ́ ẹ mọ oríṣiríṣi bí ṣe ń ta sí yín mọ́ ṣé mo pé wọ́n ní téèyàn bá ti lówó ìwọ oníwà lòun ìgbéraga ni Ọlọ́run gbogbo yín wá dàbí èèrà àwọn tí ṣe ń jẹ sábọọdù kò lè sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ owó ló change bẹyẹn kan mo ń rí òwò tí má fẹ́ lò báyìí tí má ti fẹ́ lò owó báyìí máa bù ní pọ́ọ̀sì ìnákúnà yìí ìdí mo fi tọrọ gan ó pọ̀ ju ètò mọ́ ìmọ̀lá ìrakúra gan kọ́ ẹ̀ ń bá ti bù báyìí aláì mo náà ní ó pé ìkànkàn ó pọ̀pọ̀ wọ́n máa ń bù kiri nì mo kàn máa rí ọmọ gbowó lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títí mo ṣe ráyè ogun alẹ́ ni nígbà tẹ́ bá ń lo ìgbẹ̀yìn adùn fún ìyá títí tẹ́rù pé ẹ sábọ́dọ̀ òrò gbẹ̀yìn ìrò gbẹ̀yìn gómìn 73 èèyàn ọmọ 20 something 30 something mi òrò gbẹ̀yìn ìgbẹ̀yìn owó ló tún dùn jẹ́ ní èèlọ mo fọwọ́ sọ̀yà ni tọ́lọ́ dídì sọ fún mi ìgbẹ̀yìn yìí ó máa dùn wọ 100 years ni kọ́ lọ́ọ́ má fọmọ ṣàjọwò tí ó mọ̀ mi tó yẹ pé kìnìún kan gbogbo tẹ́yìn ṣe kò sáwọ́ ẹ̀ lára yín gàrí ẹ kó ṣe lọ́wọ́ ṣe ṣe owó gígẹ tí kóra òbí dì gangan fún tẹ wáyé kóra ẹ̀mí gan àmọ́ flaunt gbogbo ẹ̀ fún yín ìmọ̀ wọn máa ń flaunt gbogbo ẹ̀ fún yín tí bàtà wọn máa ń flaunt ẹ̀ fún yín kẹ́ ẹ̀ wo orí ilẹ̀ ìdáná pè ní bàtà ṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ káfí sọ́ọ́dì ṣùkú mi kàtẹ́ máa ń wọ̀ ẹ̀yin àbá láàárọ̀ yìí ìtọ́jú tó pọ́ mo yẹ fúlọ́ǹtì tó ra lè ṣe mo ti wá di pé kan olówó ń pariwo èmi ò pariwo ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń pa àbí mọ́ pa ẹ̀yọ̀mọ̀ mi yẹ́yẹ́ nǹkan olówó ń pariwo ìdí lára ni ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń pa mi tí nìyá ṣe tí má ti ní bóòtù bí yáà ní pariwo mo pariwo ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń pa ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń pa. Quarterly payment lẹ́rí yẹn tí another one bá tún ti wọlé after 3 years is 3 million 2.5 kan 3 million kan. aláṣẹ ìbílẹ̀ ní tètè síndẹ̀ ní tètè yáwó rẹ̀. ìgbéraga ẹ má bínú ìgbéraga ni ìjẹ́ kí n máa yín dialogue mọ́ ìgbéraga ni. tọ́lọ́ bá gbéyàn stage kan bọ́ ayé ìgbà kan jẹ́ máa ń ṣe fracas ẹ rí pé mo kàn tẹ ignore yín ẹ rí pé Sunday yẹn gan mo kàn wò mo ti ignore yín ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ Sunday tí n bá jáde nítorí àwọn tí mo ń polówó fún ni wàhálà ẹ ti rí bíntín lójú mi ẹ dàbí èèrà mo regret gbọ́ mo mọ̀ yín nìyẹn mọ kó mọ ta ló bú ẹ sábọ̀dọ̀ ta ló kọ́kọ́ wá bá mi tó rògbò lórí social media èmi àǹjọ̀nù forí dé pé ó dàárọ̀ èsì gan pé yàtọ̀ máa dé tọ́kì là máa ríra gbogbo post yòókù mo ti ṣe stamp máa dì lọ́la àbúṣà mọ̀ pé gbogbo ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jáde Friday kí kẹ́yẹmí tó fò kí tó lọ fífò ṣiṣẹ́ díẹ̀ fò out of the country ìyá àlàyé tó ń fèrè mọ owó ẹ̀ ó pọ̀ fún ìyàwó rẹ̀ owó wà ní tó wò bá sí bí èmi lọ pààrọ̀ mọ́tò kan sí tó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ sídìsì mi how many kilo lórí kẹ́tìrì 14,000 ṣẹ́rí lẹ́sídìsì kan wò pé ó ní this is a nice car mo ní àwọn ògbájú ẹ ṣe àgbà 55,000 euro ẹ ṣe àgbà 60 million ṣé bó ní iye tá a yẹra ọ ní àkìní kò ní í yẹ yín tí wọ́n bá wí ó mọ̀ pé ṣé mọ́tò ní sọ́sẹ́sì mi ẹ fi lẹ̀ ní sọ́sẹ́sì mi sọ́sẹ́sì ti yín ẹ mọ̀ báyìí ẹ má báyìí ẹ má lọ wá ṣẹ́ṣe kẹ mú ẹ máa ní ìwọ ọgbà lẹ́ẹ̀kan kó mọ kéyìn sókè sórí ìkíní gbogbo ló yẹ kó fi jẹun ti fi bóra fún ó ti bóra ọkùnrin tí ń lo fíìtà obìnrin tí ń lo fíìtà wèrè làwọn mẹ́sídìsì yẹn gan mo ní ẹ wá ó sì dàn di 10 kí n tó wá gbé ẹ̀dẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ calculation àtẹ̀yìn lọ kí ló dé mo regret pé mo tiẹ̀ tètè yanjú ẹ lẹ́yà màmá ó màmá aláṣàbí ògùn alẹ́ yìí àjẹgbé ni àjẹgbé ni. ẹ sábà àgbàlagbà blọga ayé ọlámídé kan ìgbà tọ́mọ ń jìyà yìí rẹ ní ràn mí lọ́wọ́ kí ló dé èdè ìdí táyé tó rò fún pé kò dèjì láàrin ilé abọ́dé ẹ kó sì lọ kẹ gbádànù tẹ bá gbádànù kò sí ní tó ń ṣe yóò kè clear yẹn ti wá ó ti clear gbogbo bí àwọn box lẹ́tà kan lè aláṣẹ bí ga jù wọ́n lọ o Àyìndé ọmọ ìyá ẹ sábà aláṣẹ bí ga jù wọ́n lọ gògògògòrò èmi ràn yàn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ò ràn yàn lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ṣe ẹ̀yin gan ní ìdìrànlọ́wọ́ náà bẹ́yìn ò bá kú ìṣẹ́ ni tòsán tó wù mi ìrírú monitoring spirit yẹn rí ẹnìkan ló create awareness yẹn I just laugh you off eré yóò ṣọ́pá kan tẹ́lọ̀ bàbá blazer ní not ni mo ṣe fi ń dá fún yàrá yàrá bí ó ti ń bọ̀ tẹ́ lókun rẹ̀ èyí tó yẹ kó lọ wá bí ọmọ rẹ̀ ó ṣe gbọ́mọ wálé kó lọ wá bí kánsà orí rẹ̀ tó ti jẹ gbogbo orun ẹ̀ tó lọ kó àwọn ṣọ́ṣọ́ tu ìgìjọ ní ìráyè yìí 763 ìyá máa já eékún ni ọmọ ajé fi góòlù wálẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn la ẹ̀yọ́ ọmọ ewé mo lọ́ọ̀bù yín bàjẹ́ ewé ní ìṣẹ̀ mo lọ́ọ̀bù yín ẹ̀yẹ sábọ́ọ̀dù mo lọ́ọ̀bù yín jàre ẹ bá mi patronize gbogbo àwọn vendors mi tẹ́yìn bá ti ń rà lọ́wọ́ iṣẹ́ wọn ẹ̀yin lẹ jẹ́ kí mi ìdá ọdún 3 ọdún 4 pẹ̀lú wa aṣọ Farida ewúro Bísí tó ń ṣépè fún àwọn ọmọ Bísí you need to go and change o wàláì ní tí gẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣe fún yẹn gan ó lè jẹ́ pé àwọn tó ṣe fún lọ́n tari òṣà sí it might not be intentioned because orí bó ṣe gbá àwọn ọmọ Farida ṣe pé kí ni Farida ṣe fún ẹ gbé kó sí ìgbà rẹ ò lè jiná ọkọ mi dẹ́jọ́ pé bẹ̀rẹ̀ ló ti pa ẹ̀ iṣẹ́ pọ̀ gan iṣẹ́ ó pọ̀ burúkú èmi láìkẹ́ ò kó máa lo bí o ẹ̀rẹ̀ àríyìn náà ni mo lébi tí mò ń gbé nìyí o fálásì mi kékeré tó rárá wà nílé o ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ọmọ kò ṣeé pààrọ̀ lèmi